Art strategy or economic disaster. America is once again at a crossroads, a nation divided by policy, by politics, and now by price tags. Just days ago, Donald J. Trump, former president and current 2024 presidential candidate, sent shockwaves through the global economy with a bold declaration. In a fiery campaign rally in Orlando, Florida, Trump announced a plan that stunned economists and electrified his base: a 60% tariff on all Chinese imports and a universal 10% tariff on all foreign goods entering the U.S. Now the country is reacting, and not quietly. This is more than a political headline. This is a decision that could reshape how Americans live, shop, and work. It's a strategy that could affect every grocery aisle, every online checkout, and every small business order. And depending on who you ask, it's either the smartest move in modern economic history or a disaster in the making. Let's break it all down. When Trump stepped onto the stage in Orlando, he didn't hold back.
I'm telling you, these countries are calling this is my they are dying to make a deal. Please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything, sir.
When Trump stepped onto the stage in Orlando, he didn't hold back. With his signature confidence, he declared, "The days of letting China rip us off are over. We are going to protect our workers, our jobs, and our economy. It's America first once and for all." The crowd erupted. Chants of USA, USA filled the stadium. The MAGA hats, the signs, the fire, it was all there. But outside that bubble of support, a very different storm was brewing. Within hours, news outlets lit up with red banners. CNBC, Bloomberg, the Wall Street Journal, all scrambled to analyze what a 60% tariff actually means. And as those headlines rolled in, American households started asking the same question. What's going to happen to my cost of living? And they have every reason to worry. Let's start with the basics. What is a tariff? In simple terms, a tariff is a tax. When the U.S. government slaps a tariff on foreign goods, the cost of those goods goes up, either for the company importing them or for the consumer who buys them. And in almost every case, it's the consumer who pays. That means phones, laptops, TVs, clothing, toys, even parts used in American factories, all of it becomes more expensive. Take your smartphone, for example. Over 80% of smartphones sold in the US are manufactured or assembled in China. With a 60% tariff, your next upgrade might jump from $800 to over $1,200. Think that's extreme? Economists don't. And it doesn't stop there. The U.S. imports more than $500 billion worth of goods from China every year. A 60% tariff would raise prices across virtually every category: electronics, appliances, furniture, kitchenware, tools, even medicines. The last time Trump imposed sweeping tariffs back in 2018, prices rose, farmers suffered, and the economy stalled. So why do it again? According to Trump, it's about independence. He argues that the U.S. has become too reliant on foreign manufacturing, especially from China. And to be fair, he's not wrong. For decades, American companies have outsourced production to Asia, chasing lower labor costs and fewer regulations. The result? Cheaper products, yes, but fewer American jobs. Trump wants to reverse that. He believes that by making foreign goods more expensive, companies will be forced to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. He wants factories to reopen in Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. He wants made in the USA to mean something again. But can tariffs really do that? Most economists say, not exactly. Here's the truth. Tariffs don't automatically bring jobs home. Instead, they often trigger trade wars. When the U.S. imposes tariffs, other countries usually respond with tariffs of their own. That means American exports, things like soybeans, corn, automobiles, and machinery, become more expensive overseas. And that hurts American businesses. In the 2018 trade war with China, U.S. farmers lost billions. China retaliated with tariffs on agricultural goods, and demand for American crops plummeted. The federal government had to step in with billions in subsidies to keep farmers afloat. It was messy, it was expensive, and it didn't solve the core problem. But that's just the economic side. The public reaction this time around has been explosive. Within 24 hours of Trump's announcement, protests erupted in major cities across the country. In New York, thousands marched through Manhattan holding signs that read, "We can't afford another trade war." In Los Angeles, small business owners rallied outside City Hall, pleading for the policy to be reversed. Social media, as always, became the battleground. Hashtags like Sheer Tariff Tantrum, Sheer Trump Taxes You, and Trade Not Tyranny started trending. On TikTok, a video of a young mom breaking down the cost of diapers before and after tariffs went viral, over 8 million views in 2 days. People aren't just angry, they're scared. And when fear spreads, so does misinformation. Some people believe the tariffs won't affect them at all. After all, if they're not buying, hold up, Chinese products, what's the problem? But that logic doesn't hold up. Most Americans are buying Chinese products, even if they don't realize it. From the batteries in your smoke detector to the wiring in your home appliances, Chinese components are everywhere. And even if a product is assembled in the USA, many of its parts still come from abroad. Others argue that tariffs will generate revenue for the US government. And while that's technically true, the amount is often outweighed by the higher cost of living and lost business revenue. So where does this leave us? Trump's supporters are holding the line. They see the tariffs as a patriotic move, a way to regain control, to stand up to a global economy that, in their view, has taken advantage of the American worker. And there's a powerful emotional appeal there. For decades, Rust Belt cities have watched their factories close. Entire communities have crumbled as jobs were shipped overseas. For those people, Trump's words feel like justice, like someone finally has their back. But economists, trade experts, and even some Republican lawmakers are warning this could backfire hard. Senator Lisa Murkowski recently stated, "We need to bring back manufacturing, yes, but we can't do it by punishing American families at the cash register." Even Elon Musk chimed in on X, saying, "Tariffs are a blunt instrument. Innovation, not isolation, will make America stronger." And that raises the bigger question. Is Trump doing this for the economy or for the election? Many political analysts believe the tariff plan is a strategic move to dominate the news cycle. It positions Trump as tough, as anti-China, as pro-worker. It plays well in battleground states. It fires up his base. But if the plan becomes policy, the consequences could be long-lasting. We're talking about international trade deals unraveling, long-standing alliances fraying, supply chains collapsing, prices soaring, and in the end, it may be the average American, the parent, the teacher, the truck driver, the student, who ends up paying the price. This isn't just politics, it's your life, your wallet, your future. So what happens next? As of now, the tariffs are just a campaign promise. Trump is not in office, not yet, but if he wins in November 2024 and the Republicans take control of Congress, this plan could become real, fast, and the impact will ripple far beyond our borders. China has already responded, calling the plan irrational and threatening retaliation. The EU has hinted at sanctions. Global markets are on edge, investors are nervous, and the world is watching, because when America sneezes, the world catches a cold. Now here's our honest take. Tariffs, in theory, can be used to protect industries, but they're a delicate tool, like a scalpel, not a hammer. And right now, it feels like Trump is swinging a hammer. The idea of reviving American manufacturing is noble, necessary even. But it takes planning, investment, education, and time. Slapping massive taxes on imports won't fix decades of outsourcing overnight. It will, however, hit consumers instantly. Imagine your rent going up, your groceries getting more expensive, your car repairs costing double, and all of that while wages stay the same. That's the real danger. And it's not some distant future, it's next year, maybe even sooner. So what do you think? Is this the bold move America needs to reclaim its economic independence? Or is it political theater that will hurt the very people it claims to protect? Let's talk in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next update. We've got more in-depth coverage, reactions, and no-spin analysis coming your way. This is your channel name, and we're here to keep it real. Until next time, stay smart, stay strong, and stay informed.